Hello, Transurfers and the Transurfing Curious. I am Renee Garcia, and this is TransurfingTV, the only official YouTube channel that is endorsed by Vadim Zeland himself, the author and creator of Reality Transurfing. So today we are going over one of the 78 days of practical transurfing. If you would like to get this book on Amazon, feel free to do so. You can follow along. There's a place for notes. Otherwise, just follow along with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So today, day 6, the Boomerang. This is really where Vadim Zeland starts to present to us the ideas that we are in absolute control of our realities, our thoughts, our worldview, what we are getting from our environment. So as day 5 suggested, and of course if you've missed any days, please feel free to go back. As day 5 suggested, the world as your mirror, Vadim is presenting to us that a mirror reflects back to us our attitudes and beliefs towards it. The boomerang is the same effect, but it's a little more close to home. So it's really about a thought. So if you think a negative thought about yourself and you throw that thought into your reality, it returns like a boomerang with more of the same. That is why we always get what we actively don't want in the transurfing modality. So I am going to get right into it. Today is the boomerang. I will give the statement, Vadim Zeland's interpretation, and then I'm going to, of course, kick in my 2 cents. So we will get started. Any thoughts you send into the world will come back to you as a boomerang. What happens when you hate something? One reinforces this idea with the unity of soul and mind. The clear image reflected in the mirror fills in the entire layer of the world. Consequently, one will become even more nervous, thus increasing the power of hatred, sending everyone to hell. Oh, go to hell, and the mirror returns this boomerang back. You sent it out, and they sent it back to you. Beware not to broadcast negative thoughts and feelings to the mirror of your world. Inevitably, you will get a similar response from the most unexpected direction. But do know that love is also a boomerang. So, Vadim Zeland's interpretation. The mirror of the world materializes thoughts. For example, if you do not like your appearance, you are looking in the mirror without pleasure. Your whole attention is riveted on the traits that you do not like and ascertain them. You must understand that you are a reflection in the mirror according to your attitude towards yourself. Set a new rule for yourself, not to watch, but peek in the mirror of the world. Search for the good and ignore the bad. Filter everything through this new rule. Focus on what you want to get. What were you doing before? You used to ascertain the facts, I do not like myself, I don't like my world, and the mirror confirms this fact. Indeed, it's true. Now you have another job, to notice only the features that you like, and at the same time to imagine the desired image. From this moment on, you will do only one thing. Search and find always new confirmations of the positive changes. Things are getting better each day. If you practice this technique regularly, soon you will need only to open your mouth in amazement. Woo! I love it. This is the good stuff. Wow, I love it. So this is what has happened for me. My world was hell because everything I was sending out was coming back to me. I was highlighting that sector of reality that sucked. I had low self-esteem. I self-doubted myself all the time. I believed the world to be hostile and scary, and I would think people suck. So when I say that to myself, the world is hostile and scary, or people suck, what do you think is going to happen? That all of a sudden I'm going to encounter a really positive-minded group of people and they're going to want to be friends with me? Hell no, they're not going to want to be friends with me. First of all, we're not resonating at the same frequency. But secondly, I would never see these people in the first place because what I'm looking for is confirmation that people suck, because that's what I believe, right? So what are you sending out into the world today, specifically? Or better yet, what are you getting today that you don't want? What are some products that are popping up in your environment that are from your own thoughts? Turn it around. So now, if I start to encounter something in my world, let's say that I go outside and I'm, running errands and doing typical stuff. Let's say I go to the grocery store and all of a sudden I feel myself kind of going into an induced transition. I'm agitated. Somebody cuts me off in the line with their cart. I get up to get my things scanned and check out, but there's a problem. And then all of a sudden, I have this awakening moment that all of these things are transpiring because I have set the vector of how that series of events is going to flow via my thought quality or expectations. So this is really in a very, very small scale what happens with an induced transition. You get handed one piece of information or material from your environment that you don't like, and you latch onto it. Then more of that stuff exponentially shows up in your environment. But here's the key. It all starts with that initial thought. If you are thinking 100% positive, if you are seeing the advantage in everything, if you're having good thoughts about yourself, good thoughts about the people in your life, good thoughts about your environment, good thoughts about your trajectory, your profession, your friends, whatever it is, you are going to be highlighting that sector of reality. You are going to be throwing that boomerang out into your reality, into your environment, that is going to bring you back more of those positive thoughts. And in a big picture, you are going to be showing the mirror a happy and healthy person that feels like they are provided for by their world, that feels like the world is a great place, right? Full of everything that you want, and that everything good is going to come to you, and throw that one out, and that's what you'll get. So again, it all starts with you 100% of the time. There is no more victim mentality in the reality transurfing modality. If you have a victim mentality right now, if you're thinking, woe is me, or why is life hard, or why am I struggling, or why did this have to happen, if you are in any way resonating with that victim mentality, I hate to break it to you if you're watching this, but you're doing it to yourself. You're telling yourself you're a victim. You're throwing that boomerang out into the world, and then that boomerang is bringing back confirmation of what you have decided to be a fact in your life about who you are in your reality. So start throwing another boomerang out, even if it's contrived at first. Tell your world that everything is good. Have positive thoughts about yourself. Focus on the good. The best is waiting for me, and start throwing that boomerang out instead. So again, day 6, the boomerang. Let me know your thoughts. Comment, like, and tune in for the next one. Bye, guys.